I absolutely don't know, to be honest. I ain't got a clue.
Right, first of all, no one knows. Jesus clearly said only the Father knows, not even Jesus knows himself, and neither does the angel in heaven. So, but he's told us the signs that, you know, before his return, like how the gospel will be preached to the ends of the earth, and also there will be wars, like nations will rise against nations, which is happening now, which they're telling us the time is near, but no one knows. And so I don't know either, and whoever does claim that they know, and to me that's like a sign of that actually not from God.
Well, the word says that only the Father knows. Well, as it says in Scripture, only the Father knows, and I don't worry about it too much because there's so many different views, and life's too short to be worried about when Jesus is coming.
Well, I think he could come back today. We don't know when he's coming back, but I'm thinking now in the context of the rapture of the church, where we're going to be taken out. And then 7 years later, the Bible declares the Lord will come back with the Lord. So there's two phases to it. We go to be with the Lord, and then we're coming back with the Lord. That's the whole theme of of Revelation and the First and Second Thessalonians. The Lord coming for his saints, and the Lord coming back with his saints, which are two separate events. So a lot of the stuff that we're looking at that's in the future can happen after we've gone at the rapture. In fact, the worst heavy-duty stuff will not take place until the church has been removed from the earth.
I don't see the Antichrist as some form of a physical creature per se, but I see probably the Antichrist is some kind of a social construct, in the sense that actually when people suffer, when people are in troubles, when people, then the society would classify that as more probably the Antichrist.
Well, the Bible gave us like the signs of the beast, and I think this Antichrist maybe is not here yet. Maybe that's how I feel, because the time hasn't fully fulfilled yet. Like there is signs saying Jesus coming back is near, and this Antichrist will come before that. Definitely, people will come back before Jesus, but there will be a massive. He will have a massive crowd that follows him and perform signs and wonders, and even believers would fall for him. And because I just haven't seen that happening already, and also the symbol of the beast, and that hasn't fully appeared yet. So I believe it's near, and whoever it is, it's coming soon, and it could be already amongst us, but hasn't fully shown what he's capable of yet. So he could be amongst us, or he could be still coming at some point. So I don't know who he is.
I believe it's a system that you know, obviously you won't be able to buy and sell without the mark, and the mark will be just a system. Because you know, Revelation eschatology is mainly symbolism. I've thought about this. I thought Mark gave a good answer, and it's demonic forces really. People who are controlling a system. It's more than one person, it's bigger than that. I don't believe it's just one person, the Antichrist. although I'm not 100% sure on that. It could be that there is one person who sort of, you might get one person sort of, he's a part of the link, you know, of evil. He'll sort of instigate everything. They'll say, wow, what a personality, he's nearly as popular as me.
It could be a system, but my personal belief, it will be a world ruler that's could be alive in the world today. It's certainly not been manifested yet, but he could be alive, waiting in the wings, ready to make his appearance. People are looking for a leader. We're very short of heroes at the moment. So there's somebody out there. It could be alive now, or it could be sometime in the future. I believe it will be an individual person. He'll be backing up a system, but the Antichrist will be a person.
I mean, 666 is a form of a symbol which I suppose meant something to the people back then. But I suppose today I don't envisage that 666 might be relevant in terms of our world today. But I think it could have been a symbol that was used back then, like we would use a symbol of apple or any other symbol to brand what we're trying to talk about. I mean, I think, well, I'm of the assumption that actually that's what it meant to the people back then.
I have no idea. A serious number mentioned in Revelation could be, but I haven't looked into it, and I don't really know, to be honest.
I mean, it says that this calls for wisdom. It's a man's number. Again, it won't be a 666 like in the film Revelation. You know, there's a brand, fire brand. You know, like they do with cattle and everything. 666. It won't be like that. It'll be, you know, it's like a type. You know what I mean? It's like you're branded. You know. Part of the system. It won't be like 666. You know, like a barcode, or I mean, there was speculation some time ago, about 8 years ago, about a chip that had it was a glass chip, and it had lithium inside it that was power to power it, and it was it'd be excited by radio waves transmitted from a satellite. But over, I don't know, a year or something like that, the body would break it down, and the lithium would go into the system, and it would end up with all these sores and everything, like it mentions in Revelation. You know how they break out in sores and stuff, but it was all speculation.
Well, I used to be really scared of that number, you know, because I'm an ex-sort of Catholic, and these things, you know. But I think, like Mark said, it's like a sign more than anything else. It's but I don't think it'll be a mark as such. Do you know, like a microchip or something like that? Because too many people have lived and died through the ages. So why should it just happen in the end times where people get marked 666? So I believe it's more of we've got Jesus in our hearts. The people who haven't got Jesus in their hearts will have 666 stamp there.
Well, basically, according to the scriptures, that's the number of this Antichrist, this man, this evil man. Whether it is 3 numbers 666 or whether it's like a barcode type thing, we're not sure about that. But it's really his number.
I think I have no clue, to be honest. When we start speaking about how soon is near, in other words, we're trying to refer to whether Jesus Christ is going to, or how soon is Jesus Christ going to come. And to be very honest, I do not know when he's going to come. But I am pretty of the idea that actually, yes, one aspect or the other, people need to continue doing what they are doing in their life, get on with their lives, and the whole aspect of how soon is near will be left to God.
Like I said, I don't know how soon it is. No one knows apart from the Father. And we know it's soon because of the signs that Bible has predicted. It's already happening. Like there's more like natural disasters in the world, and there's a great unrest in the North Africa and Middle Eastern moment as well. So that's nations fighting against nations, and so from these signs we can see we're living in the end time. But I have no idea how near we are to that point, and also the gospel has been preached across the world yet, and the 1040 window has a massive population of unreached people, and I do believe AIDS is going to play a central part in this, in the Great Commission, because the prosperity God is blessing Asia with, and it's given them the ability to send missionary across this massive region, and I do believe that's a key part of the Great Commission, only because of the amount of people that's still unreached, and God, I'm sure God will not forget about them, and we also should have those people on our hearts and support them in prayers and in whatever way we can for this great part of the world that still hasn't heard about Jesus. So I think when that window has been cleared, and so that should be a step nearer to the end time. But I don't know like how near that is, how soon that is.
Well, don't know, do we really? I mean, if you look at, a lot of people say that we're living in the end times now, and they've been saying that for 2,000 years. Jesus is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning to the end. It says in 1 Peter or something that he's reserved everything for fire. It's going to be wrapped up like a blanket. The word speaks for itself.
I was thinking about this, and the time is nigh, and for the people who've gone, the time is nigh for them. You know, the people who've heard the message and rejected Christ, and obviously the people who have accepted Him. It's still to come, in a sense. The time is nigh. It could happen at any moment. You could go back to they're talking about Him coming back. The time is nigh. It could happen at any time, but it's already happened for some people. In a sense.
Well, as I said at the beginning, it depends on in what context we're talking about the return of the Lord. If we're talking about the rapture of the church, which is the next major event on God's calendar, that could happen at any moment in the twinkling of an eye. If we're looking at the second coming, that's in the future, and we won't be looking for that. We'll be coming back with Him at that point. We're already gone. So unless you can see the two aspects, it's just all that prophecy is just a jumble, and that's why people say it's confusing, because there's two phases or two aspects to it. I believe in the premillennial return of the Lord Jesus Christ.